Greetings, music lovers, and welcome to On Your Radar, where finally there's a taste of spring in the Northeast. We've had some pretty awful weather during February. The Northeast was kind of a tundra, but now it has a kind of a feel of spring. Not necessarily going to last, but we'll take it. And actually, all three of the artists from On Your Radar this month are from the Northeast. The talented singer-songwriter from Washington, D.C. area, Annette Wasilik, and two mainstays of the Boston music scene, which is where we found Elisa Amador last month. They are the multi-talented pianist, actor, activist, author, etc., Kemp and the blues-based guitarist and singer and songwriter Danielle Miraglia. Now, if you haven't been through this before, here's how the drill works. We have three artists, each doing 30-minute sets with a short Q&A up top. And you can find the comments on the screen. And hopefully you will also take advantage of the tip jar, which you can see right now. It's paypal.me/onyourradar2020. And we've got really generous donations in the past, and I'm sure you'll come through again tonight. So be sure that you tell your friends what we're doing and ask them, you share with your friends what we're doing, and you can find it on YouTube or on Facebook Live, and also tell them it's archived if they possibly can't come tonight. So please welcome to the virtual stage, Annette Wasilik, On Your Radar. Hey Annette, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm fine. Now I say DC, but you're technically in Tacoma Park, Maryland, is that right?
I am technically, yes, I am in Tacoma Park, Maryland, but right behind me, one block over is DC, so I'm a stone's throw. Yeah.
That's as close as you can get. And I think you're familiar with Rob and StreamYard from the DC music scene, right?
Sure. I've known Rob for quite a few years, and he's the hardest working man in show business around here, and he's
especially
very
now.
generous and talented.
Yeah, especially now. So where are you from originally, though?
I was born in Washington, D.C., actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a connection with Ithaca?
Not really.
Okay, there was something on Facebook that made a reference to somebody who'd been at Ithaca, and I had a daughter at Ithaca, so I'm always looking for that connection. So
Okay.
never mind.
Okay.
So, how did a Sears Silvertone guitar factor in your music?
Well, when I was 14, I went down to my folks' basement, and we had two old tin wardrobes, and I opened up one night or one day, and there were all old coats and things, and I slid the coats back, and there was this guitar sitting in the back of this wardrobe, and it was
like
broken.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
It was like the Lion, which I grew up on, and it was really astonishing. I had no idea it was hiding there, and the room spun, and it was like whoa! And so I got some glue and glued it back together, and started playing A minor and E minor, which pretty much held me for my whole year of 14. You don't need other chords than that when you're 14 years old. So.
And when do you get serious about music?
Well, I guess I've always been serious about writing, because I've always been writing, and I started performing quite a few years ago, but then I had my daughter, and I realized that I needed to really focus on family and making a living. So the music took a back seat, but now that she's off and working on her own career path,
wow.
I'm able to start focusing intensely. So I started doing that in the last about five or 6 years, just focusing.
What were you doing professionally other than
CDs.
music, though? I think it was pretty interesting.
Say that again?
What were you doing other than music professionally?
Well, I was a dancer in my first life.
Wow.
My formal study has been dancing, and I'm pretty much self-taught as a musician. I could use a few lessons, but yes, I was a professional dancer. I lived in New York City for a while, actually, on East 4th Street.
That's where everyone goes to dance, I guess.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you were kind of a late bloomer, I guess. Your album Songs from the Talking House was in 2016. won a Whammy Award, the
Yeah.
Washington Area Music Association. That's
Right.
quite an honor. And
Yes.
what do you know, or what's your connection with the DC music scene now? I think of Mary Chapin Carpenter or Eva Cassidy, but that's a long time ago. Are there certain artists that you are, part of?
Well,
Yeah.
I can't help myself. I love wrangling artists together. So I have actually started several different songwriter showcases in different locations, and the last one was on my porch during COVID. So there's a lot of great songwriters in this area. It's amazing. We're kind of spread out, but I pretty much know almost all of them, and there's always others to find, but it's
This
a
is my
pretty
phone
strong
ringing.
songwriter community here. You got to turn that phone off,
I know, I should always forgot to do that. Before we we'll make way for you to perform, your second and most recent album this fall is Love and Fire. Got a lot of
Yes.
success on the folk DJ
Yeah.
charts. How do you feel you've grown in that period since you had your first one?
Well, I started going to various regional folk alliances, and in one way I've grown is just connecting to all kinds of other songwriters all around the country, and learning how to hone. The second album was more honed specifically toward folk, because the first album has more electric and a little bit more production. I mean, I'm pretty much a folk singer, but I love messing around in the studio. But so the second CD, I purposely pared it down, and that was one of the things that was wonderful to be able to do, is just to keep it simple. And so I've grown in just learning how to perform more and more consistently, I hope, and learning more about the business, and learning more about how to get things scheduled, and that it's a full-time job. And
Well, you're
I'm
getting
glad
it
I'm
right.
also a massage therapist.
Yeah, well, you're getting it right, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Would you
Thank
give
you.
us some music this evening for On Your Radar?
Yes, okay.
Annette Wasilik, On Your
Thank you.
Radar.
Thank you, John. All right, well, this is a song about my favorite island in the world. Not that I've been to all of them, but this is a little island off the coast of Virginia, and there's a little town there, and it's called Chincoteague. I'm going where the sky paints pictures every day. I'm going where the marsh grass is gleaming in the sun. I'm going where the wind tends my memory. There's no place else on earth I would rather be. I'm going where my first love lasts my whole life long. I'm going where there's a million stars to wish upon. I'm going where the sun rises from the sea and arcs across the sky and is swallowed by the Bay of Chincoteague. Oh, Chincoteague, seabirds fly and dolphins dance for free. Oh, Chincoteague, where my true love waits for. I'm going where the dead and living rest in peace, where the saltwater cowboys round up the wild ponies of our city. I'm going where the fireman's fair is just beyond the trees, and the carousel lights up the midway tonight, summer's by the sea. Oh, Chincoteague, seabirds fly and dolphin dance for free. Oh, Chincoteague, where my true love waits for me. Chincoteague. So these songs I'm playing for you tonight are from my 2020 release, Love and Fire. And I appreciate all the DJs who have been supporting and spinning the music, and not only for me, for all of us. So thanks, DJs all around the country. So this is a song inspired by one of the characters in Chincoteague. Chincoteague is not only beautiful to look at and to be in, there are a number of really interesting people who have found their way there. And this song is inspired by one of them who apparently left her home in New Jersey, not knowing where she was going to land, and found her way to Chincoteague. And her name is Star. And I just love her story, and this is a song inspired by Star's story called Highway. Miles and miles of corn, thunder-painted sky, she rose into the morning, on that ribbon she will ride. She's coming from the coast, another love gone bad, but this one hurts the most, more than any that she's had. Now she feels the gravity of the highway, the highway, the highway, the highway. The sky feels like home, her sister is the wind, her mother, father, brother, stars and planets, all her kin. She took to walking far, when her thoughts got rough, she walked 400 miles, still it wasn't far enough. Now she hears it calling, the highway, the highway, the highway, the highway. For now the road will do, till she learns to fly, until she meets her family and maker in the sky. And while she's here on earth, you wanna hold her fast. You know you're bound to lose her, and she'll slip beyond your grasp. There's no use in fighting the highway, the highway, the highway, the highway. So this is the title track from Love and Fire, and it was actually the last song I wrote for the CD, and it's a song that's probably closest to my heart, and I always want to dedicate this song to my mom. So this is for you, Mom. Did she ever know she was their shining star? Did she ever know their world spun around her? But late afternoon, behind the bedroom door, they'd hear her crying and never knew what for. Come, calm the children, Daddy, 'cause Mama's breaking down. Love and fire, fire and love. Sometimes a dragon, sometimes a dove. Oh, Jesus, storms rolling through. Every child needs their mother needs you. Well, she always said, God loves the broken ones. She always said, He calls them His own. But on those dark days, the voices would swell. She'd hear the full of heaven and it scared them like hell. Come, calm the children, Daddy, 'cause Mama's breaking down. Love and fire, fire and love. Sometimes a dragon, sometimes a dove. Oh, Mary, Queen of the Maid, come comfort their mother, don't let the dark take her away. Lullabies and goodnight prayers, kisses, brushing back their hair, turn out the lights. Debussy's arpeggio ringing out into the night. She taught him to dance, she taught him to sing. She said it don't mean nothing if it ain't got that swing. Love and fire, fire and love. I wish that old dragon could have saved the little dove. Did somebody somewhere try to break you in two? Every child needs protection, Mom. Who protected you? Every child needs protection, Mom. Who protected you? Alrighty, so I want to do a shout out to Charlie Pilsler at Tonal Park. He was my co-producer and engineer of Love and Fire. And he's a master and so easy to work with. And also to John Preverdy, my bass player, and Steve Bloom, my percussionist. They've been with me for years, off and on. And they've been so supportive, so thank you so much. And all my friends and family. So this is a song called Solid Ground. You found me in the wreckage of my broken home. I was battered on the inside, tattered on the outside, and on my own. And you said, hey now, let's get out of here. And I followed you up the hill. And as we climbed, I looked into your eyes and said, maybe love doesn't die, but it sure can kill. Oh, now I can see for miles and miles from here. I've never seen such light, stars so bright or clear. Oh, I can see for miles and miles around. You took me by the hand and helped me stand on solid ground. Oh, break down, towers gonna fall, crumbling foundations can't hold up these walls. Oh, break down, towers gonna fall. High hopes sink to the bottom of every wishing well. But from that dark place I looked up, it was grace, it wasn't luck, I can tell. Oh, now I can see for miles and miles from here. I've never seen such light, stars so bright or clear. You took me by the hand, helped me stand on solid ground. Solid ground. Solid ground. Hey. Yeah, that one's for you, Vicki. Thanks again, John. I'm going to just do 2 more songs. And I really appreciate all the support you give all us musicians, the songwriters, and being someone who loves to wrangle songwriters myself, I think we're a little bit of kindred spirit that way. Okay, this song seems to be liked by a lot of people, and I'm going to sing it for you. It's called Almost. Whoa. If you see any cats, they're not dangerous, just hungry. I'm getting used to sleeping alone, almost, almost, almost. Sometimes this house feels like a home, almost, almost, almost. Our loneliness rolled in like fog, and it settled in the cracks, and it settled in the walls. Now I'm wondering, maybe I couldn't see as I was reaching out for you. You were reaching out for me. Looks like we'll weather the storm, almost, almost, almost. The frozen ground beneath our feet starting to warm, almost, almost, almost. A restless heart like a tumbleweed blows, got a homesick feeling everywhere I go. I know it's for the best, but this much is true. The strongest roots I have take me right back to you. Hey, yeah. I've tried so hard to put our vows behind me, but everywhere I go, everyone I know reminds me. I'll love as deeply again, almost, almost. Broken hearts and promises are starting to mend, almost, 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 almost. I'm going to finish with one more song. I'm Annette Wasilik. Please, if you enjoy the music, come over to my website and sign up to my mailing list, and keep your ears open. I'm going to be starting my Patreon page. I just haven't figured it all out yet, and it's kind of in the driveway with the motor running. I just haven't formally told people about it. You can find it there, but I suggest you don't look just yet. So here's a song that we made a video of with my good friends and bandmates, Brian Evans and Jeff Karn, and it's called The World's on Fire. Precious world, green and blue, my heart aches for the love of you. Everywhere I turn, seems we've all gone wrong, but I don't believe all our love is gone. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie. Water's rising. Hold me close, my dear. Don't have to die. Heaven and hell's right here. The mountains moan and the rivers rage. The rocky cliffs are rattling against the sage. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me. God knows, but he's not talking. God knows, but she's no wishing well. God knows, but they're not talking. God knows, but only time's gonna tell. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me.
Here we go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Anyway, Tom Prasada Rao was a guest on one of your live streams. Is that right?
Yes, yes. Yeah. Isn't he wonderful? He's
well, yes. He's a great soul, and
He's
one
a great soul.
one on your radar. When I was having audio difficulties, he had to step in and do all the questions and answers.
Oh, really?
Like a pro, yeah. So hopefully we won't have it tonight. We'll see what's happening with Kemp Harris. But thanks again, Annette, for that wonderful performance.
I so appreciate it, John. Thank you.
And best of luck with the record. And we're getting lots of comments from people on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure that you can share that with your friends. And of course, check out that PayPal account, paypal.me/onyourradar2020, so that you can show your affection and respect for all the artists this evening. So I did mention Kemp Harris. He is a guy who's involved in so many things. And can you hear me, Kemp?
Right now, it's pretty good. I
Oh,
got my
that sounds
fingers
great.
crossed.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of audio difficulties, we were having kind of a hairy 20 minutes before we went on, so I'll cut to the chase in case you have more difficulties. Born in North Carolina, Kemp, but what drew you to Boston?
Well, I was born in 1952, and we were part of that northern migration thing. Like one of my uncles moved up to Newton, Mass. And
Right.
the next thing you knew, it's like we just all came, and everybody sort of started out there and then spread out to build their own houses. But yeah, we were part of that southern migration
The
heading
Great
north.
Migration, they call it. Yeah.
Yeah. The Chicken
And
Bone Express, they called it also, as we were throwing chicken wing, bones out the car on the way up. But yeah.
there's a great book I'm sure you know about, The Warmth of Other Suns, which talks about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You learned piano at an early age, is that right?
Yeah, I never took lessons, and I remember the friends had a beat upright in their front hallway, and I would just walk by and like hit notes, and then I began to go, wait, if you hit two of them, that makes, I think they called that harmony. So yeah, I just started fooling around with it. So I never studied, but I went to enough churches and listened to enough people bang on that piano. That's how I pulled it together.
Yeah. That's how a lot of songwriters got their start. I know Jimmy Webb was the son of a pastor out in Oklahoma, and he did the hymns for that.
Yeah. Jimmy Webb, incredible writer. God, yeah.
Well, he's a class by himself. But you are sort of the ultimate hyphenate. You're pianist, singer, actor, author, composer, storyteller, educator. I don't know what I left out.
I taught kindergarten and first grade for 40 years. So yeah.
I think that's interesting. So what did you learn from that?
I learned that you really have to listen to kids way more than we give them credit for. There's so much that I learned just from the kids that I work with. And even now, they found me on Facebook. So I have like my first class, I think they're like 50 years old, and they found me. So now we're still sharing and teaching each other still. So yeah, I think the thing is that you if you're going to teach kids, you have to be ready to learn from them as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So with all these categories that I mentioned, you're sort of like the Renaissance man of music, but what gives you the most satisfaction, do you think? Can you, pin it down in any way?
Wow. I would say being able to express my music through so many of the artists that I listened to growing up. And so for me, the influences that I had, there are so many. And what I tried to do was not emulate anyone, but just kind of absorb as much as you could. So somewhere between Joni Mitchell and Stevie Wonder and Laura Nyro and Donny Hathaway and all these people, I just felt if I could absorb some of that and then reflect it back. So when I get to play with my band, I love it. But I also, from those days of Laura Nyro and Joni Mitchell sitting at a big grand piano and doing that thing, So yeah. I miss my band though. We're gonna be together, but I love just being able to express, take that instrument and just sit down and put my thoughts and words out there. Yeah.
But that's only a portion of what your art involves. I mean, in terms of being, an actor or an author or storyteller. I mean, do you get equal kind of satisfaction from all of those things?
I still travel as a storyteller. In fact, I was doing that this morning. I was in a school, and I've done like stories from the stage on GBH, and so it's somebody said to me that at the end of the day, you're an old black man telling stories, and I think that's what I am at my core, because I'm always sort of trying to express, and I'm always trying to tell that story, my story, the true stories for like the stories on the stage, stories for kids, and sort of watching their faces when they listen. So to me, it's all about just sharing, sharing. I think there's that part of it that it validates who I am. Yeah.
Well, a lot of us have learned a lot about the Black experience, of course, in the last year, and I think it's been instructive in so many ways. But, what wisdom would you share at this point in your life? Either for fellow artists or for the audience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think with everything that's been going on, and I've always tried to not preach to people in my songwriting and my storytelling. That's not what I'm trying to do. I think all I really want to do is take my experience, reflect it back, and hopefully, people will take from that. But in these times, the most we can do is sort of just be true, speak your truth, and put it out there. Not to because we don't know if we're going to influence everyone or anyone. You don't know that, but the most you can do is just keep putting who you are and what your truth is and what you believe, and just putting it out there and reflecting it and hoping that people understand where it came from and will find something in it. But I can't make people sort of do anything. The most I can do is sort of shine that mirror back and just let you know, this is me, this is what I go through. And I just want you to take that and look at that. And I'll try to take your truth as well. But that's the most I can do for you. Yeah. Well, just reflect my truth. Yeah.
Well, it does seem honest and certainly authentic. And the music goes so many different places and so deeply. We're going to take a pre-recorded performance from you now. I'm glad that we got through the technical difficulties. You're coming through loud and clear.
I don't know what happened. All of a sudden it just clicked in. So this is awesome.
Well, Rob Hinkle, our maestro on the StreamYard, should deserve some credit for that anyway.
Oh, he deserves all the credit. He put up with me on that sound check. Thank you, Rob.
Okay, well, I'll catch you at the end of it. And meanwhile, folks, please enjoy the music of Kemp Harris.
Radar. For the next 30 minutes or so, I'm going to play some original pieces, some covers. This first song is called "The Change Is Gonna Come" by Sam Cooke. And John, this one's for you. There's an old friend that I once heard say something that touched my heart, and it began this way. I was born by the river in a little tent, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know my change has gotta come. Oh yeah. Said it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I might not be if I knew what was up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know my change has got to come. Oh yeah. I went to my brother and I asked him, brother, could you help me please? He said, good brother, I'd like to, but I'm not able. And when I looked around, I was right back down on my bended knees. Yes, I was. Oh, there were times when I thought that I wouldn't last for long. But somehow, right now, I believe that I'm able to carry on. I tell you that it's been a long a change is gonna come. Sometimes I had to cry all night long. Yes, I did. Sometimes I had to give up right for what I knew was wrong. Hey, it's been an uphill journey. Sure been a long ways coming. Yes, it has. And in the meanwhile, every step of the way, I believe this evening my change has come. Hey, my change has come. My change is gonna come. Oh yeah. This next tune is a song that I wrote. It's called Now and Then. Standing on life's borderline, waiting for the train to come, and will it be on time? What has passed, what's yet to come? Raise a champagne glass to usher in millennium. There is so much more for you, more for you. Where are you now? Where were you then? Where do we start? Where do we end? Rigid thought on softened skin. They take away your heart and then they give it back again. Were they once your worthy still? Lovers they may come, some won't hurt you, some will. Never doubt the gift you bring, oh no, gift you bring. Where are you now? Where were you then? No one knows how, no one knows when. Heart is breaking and it smolders, but my friend, there's a ring of light that shines around your shoulders. Oh my God. Aquarius in Libra moon. Summer turned to autumn, must the winter come so soon? Seasons come and go, my friend. I'm waiting for the spring to come and bring you round again. A Joni Mitchell song is on the radio. Where are you now? Where were you then? Where are you now? Please come again. This next tune is called Roofies that I wrote. I think it pretty much explains itself. I don't go to Ruthie's no more, no. I don't feel welcome because here they come marching like we the people with constitutional rights. And they call on the Lord with all of his might to strike me down. That's why I never stay around. I went knocking on the church front door, well, I met a man named Leviticus, quoting from the Bible, wrote a chapter in the book, had a copy in his hand for proof. That's why I try to stay aloof. They're just God-fearing people with family values, and they don't value no family with people like me. That's why I try to let them be. I said goodbye to my mother today, well, on the road to Gethsemane, walking in the rain, no escape from the lions, let the gladiator games begin. And I call to the crowd for mercy, but still no justice comes, only their downturned thumbs. They're just God-fearing people with family values, and they don't value no family with people like me. Their eyes are open, but they just don't see. What makes them think they're so beautiful? What makes them think I'm so wrong? Don't they know we all can be beautiful? Why does it always take so long? Oh, 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 Lord. On the line between church and state, well, there was a man from the government trying to find evidence, told me that the love that I felt for my brother was wrong. They're just God-fearing people with family values, and they don't value no family with people like me. Maybe love will set them free.
sometimes I write just a pretty love song. And this one is called Reach. We've been friends a long time. You mean everything to me. Maybe we're too close to see the forest for the trees. But I can't help but wonder, when we are all alone, do friends become lovers sometimes? But I don't reach for you, 'cause I don't know what you might say. And I hate to be the one who ends up driving you away. But when you reach for me, I will always be there. It seems you're always searching, but never seem to find. Tell me of your loves and losses, I hope it works next time. You wear your heart upon your sleeve, you open up and then someone else has let you down again. But I don't reach for you, 'cause I don't know what you might say. And I'd hate to be the one who ends up driving you away. But when you reach for me, I will always be reaching for you. Reach for me. Reaching for you. There's so much between us, and over time it's grown. Being friends should be enough, leave well enough alone. So you just keep on searching, and if by chance you find the love you need, then I'll be alright. 'Cause I don't reach for you, 'cause I don't know what you might say. And I'd hate to be the one who ends up driving you away. But when you reach for me, I will always be there. This next tune is called Down. It's kind of a pinhead political view mixed with a little bit of lust. Don't hold me to that. I think that's what it's about. Song ain't about religion. I won't sing about the troubles of the world. I got no sad song about how somebody done somebody wrong. I'm singing to you, little girl. Some folks worry about the government. Government ain't worried about you. You can rant, you can rave, you can find some other animal to save. The government do what it's gonna do. And I could be down, down, down. 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 Let me go down. getting smaller and smaller. East and west are cutting razor thin. You got bombs to the north and genocide is marching forth. But don't worry, the South is gonna rise again. Now we all got the best of intentions, and everybody's trying to do what they can. But when push comes to shove, the open hand becomes a fisted glove. So much for the brotherhood of man. And I could be down, down, down. 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 Let me go down. Let me go down. Oh, I wanna go down. Some folks worry about China. They say China's gonna take over the world. I'm not worried about China. I'm just worried about you, little girl. Now Friday come after Thursday, and Saturday I come after you. But even God rested on Sunday. But come Monday, you know what I wanna do. I will go down, down, down. I will go down, down, down. I wanna go down, down, down. Let me go down, down, down. Let me go down. Let me go down. Ooh, I wanna go down. Sometime, man, just wanna go down. Sometimes you wanna go down. Ooh, I wanna go down, down, down. I could be down, down, down. This next song was written because of the incredible amounts of love and respect that I have for Joni Mitchell. The song is called I Like the Way That Joni Mitchell Runs Her Words So Close Together. I like the way that Joni Mitchell runs those words so close together. Train tracks disappear behind a metro line of train. Thinking about where I've gone and could I ever reach that space again. But I don't think I can take it, especially when you sit and stare. And I don't know if you love me, and I don't know if you care. But I like the way that Joni Mitchell runs those words so close together. Sometimes I think I know you, and when you talk, I know what you mean. And your body fits on mine like a pair of well-worn blue jeans. But other times I don't know you, and I can't figure who you are. And your emotions fly so fast, they're like shooting stars. Shooting, shooting, flying and dying. melody so beautiful, the words, the lyrics can be so long. But are we a long player, the kind the FM stations play? Or are we simply top 40 on the AM hit parade? They seem to be always changing. But I like the way that Joni Mitchell runs those words so close together. So close together. So close together. That ending was lifted directly from the last time I saw Richard on the Blue album, Don't Sue Me. In I think it was 69, I think that's when it came out. I heard this album by Tracy Nelson in a band called Mother Earth, and this piece is called Mother Earth. I'm going to start again. Well, you can hi-hat me all the time, and you may never come my way. But Mother Earth is waiting for you. There's a debt you gotta pay. I don't care how rich you are, and I don't care what you were. When it all comes down, you got to go back to Mother Earth. Well, you may have $1 million and you may drive a Cadillac, and you may have enough money to buy any damn thing that you like. I don't care how rich you are, and I don't care what you were. I don't care what you were. 'Cause when it all comes down, you got to go back to Mother Earth. Well, I'm not afraid of dying, but there's one thing I can't forget. You know that no one has gone over there, come back to talk about it yet. I don't care how rich you are, and I don't care what you were. I don't care what you were. 'Cause when it all comes down, you got to go back to Mother Earth. Hey, 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 Mother Earth. Yes. I think I got time for one more. This is a song called Goodnight America, and I wrote it as a lullaby for our country. Good night, America. Rest your weary head. Remember where you started and all that lies ahead. So, darling, good night, America. Doors will open for you, but there's miles to go before you find your way back home again. Good night, America. Your looking for some shelter from all the helter-skelter of this world we're living in. So darling, good night, America. Hold on to tomorrow, when all this pain and sorrow gives way to light again. You wear your heart upon your sleeve, but your sleeves ain't long enough. When the tough get going, when the going gets tough, when the going gets rough. So good night, America. Storms are closing in, and you don't know where you're going, and you don't know where you've been. So darling, good night, America. I'll see you in the morning, when another day is dawning and the sun comes shining through. I loved you then and I love you still. You will always have my heart, and we'll all keep trying. Yes, we'll all keep trying. Good night, America. Storms are closing in, and you don't know where you're going, and you don't know where you've been. So darling, good night, America. I'll see you in the morning, when another day is dawning and the sun comes shining through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me be on your radar. Thank you.
Thank you, Kemp Harris, man.
Oh, my pleasure.
You sing from the soul, you know, and you start with Sam Cooke and take us to Joni Mitchell, and then sing Good Night America. You know, you push all the right buttons is all I can say.
And that Sam Cooke was for you. I remember you mentioned that on Facebook. That was yours.
Well, you know, have you seen One Night in Miami?
I have not yet seen that. Yeah, not yet.
It's a wonderful movie. You know what it's about, right? All the
yes.
Cassius Clay and Sam Cooke and Malcolm X and Jim Brown all in a hotel room in Miami in 1964. And it's so well written and so well acted. And Leslie Odom Jr. does just a beautiful version of, a change is going to come. But
wow.
What you do is, so mature in another kind of way. So thank you. And you do
Thank you.
You do an introduction to it, which isn't usually heard,
I heard it first by Aretha Franklin, so I thought that was the way everybody did it. She did it way back on her album, I Never Loved a Man. And I thought, well, that's how everybody should do.
Whatever works for Aretha can work for anybody. Anyway, I want to point out to all these people who've been watching tonight that you do have an album live at the Bird in San Francisco.
Yes, I recorded it about a year ago. It was Leap Day, February 29th.
Wow, just ahead of the pandemic. And
that was one of the last concerts, Yeah,
you did have a band, not your regular band, but you did have a band for that. And that Good Night America is on that album.
It is.
So.
It is.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Kemp, for all that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you all the people who've been commenting on Facebook and YouTube during his set. And if you want to go to paypal.me/onyourradar2020, you can show your love that way. And make sure that you let everybody know what's going on tonight. If they're missing it tonight, they don't have to miss it forever because they can get the archive on Facebook and YouTube. And I want to thank all the people who've already subscribed to YouTube. We passed 100. We have that magic number on our list right now. So we're making some headway. Now let me bring in another person from the Boston area, Ms. Danielle Miraglia, with her guitar and some water. Caught you kind of hydrating before we get down to business here. So Danielle, are you a New England native? I think you got yourself muted, Danielle. Oops. No, I don't hear you. It should. There's a little button underneath the StreamYard screen that says mute, unmute. You see that down at the bottom? Yeah? No? Rob's saying, check your routing. We thought we were going to have problems with Kemp, and we solved them, and now we've got you all ready to go, and we're not getting any audio. I can vamp for a little bit. No. You know, this is what happens with we're doing live, and we heard her before the concert, and we know that she could do great songs, but we don't want to have you do it silent, because it's one thing when Kemp already had his portion pre-recorded. He was worried about his connectivity, which worked out okay, but artists always have the option of pre-recording their set or not, and the interview is always supposed to be live, and that's kind of what sets On Your Radar aside from other things. We have this little bit of backstory that we can have people share with what they've done, what they're.
Is that working?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Rob said to refresh my page. I don't know what happened. Somewhere along the line, I'm like, I'm doing all the right things. I swear to God.
Well, it was the pause that refreshes. And thanks
Reboot.
once again.
That's what you gotta do.
Thanks once again to Rob, our maestro on StreamYard.
Thank you, Rob.
So I was in the process of asking you whether you are a New England native. Can we go back to that?
I am. Yeah. I grew up. I grew up mostly in Revere in Revere, Mass. And I lived in Everett when I was little, and I live in Everett again now, just in the past year.
So really the
Back here
Boston
from
area,
Somerville.
not just not New England. And you went to college in Boston.
I
and
did.
You went to a college that's known for broadcasting and music, but what was your major?
My major was creative writing. Yeah. So I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do yet. I just knew I wanted to do something in the arts. So it was like, all right, well, I'll go for writing, and I'll fall back on music.
and so did that enhance your songwriting, you think?
Oh yeah, it helped. It was it probably didn't help at first, because everything I wrote was maybe a little too wordy, but
Well, then there's Joni Mitchell.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, Kemp was talking about how Joni Mitchell runs her words together. It works for her. It worked for him in that tune. It can work for some people. It was when I listened back to some of my earlier, so I'm like, no,
yeah. Well,
too many words.
Well, Bruce Springsteen too, right? He was doing
Yeah.
all that, stream of consciousness stuff. So when did you get into the guitar?
I started playing guitar when I was 13, so I've been playing it for a long time. When I started playing guitar, I wasn't writing songs. I was just wanted to be a rocker. I just wanted to, learn how to play Iron Man by Black Sabbath, and
There you go.
be really loud.
I know that Alison Krauss was a big Def Leppard fan.
Was she really? Yeah.
Yeah, so you never know what your role models will do. So speaking of which, when you got into guitar, seriously, who were your role models?
Well, when I was first learning guitar, it was like, you learn all the riffs. You learn the Led Zeppelin riffs, and you learn the, you get all the riffs in there. And then it's like, when I got into playing acoustic guitar, I got into finger picking and learning the old blues stuff, and like the Mississippi John Hurt and the Big Bill Broonzy and that kind of stuff, which is what influenced all that. All the music I was, it influences everything, really. It's the root of everything. So when I it's like you go by what you instinctively like as a kid, and then you go, all right, what influenced this? Oh, what influenced this? So I went from like heavy metal to classic rock to blues, as far as influences went, because it's all rooted in the blues.
Yeah. Well, and certainly, Bonnie Raitt, who was in Boston, dug deeply into blues when she was living there. But
absolutely, yeah.
And I imagine people make comparisons with you and Bonnie Raitt. And how do you feel about that?
I love it. When someone says, you know who you remind me of? I'm like, if it's not Bonnie Raitt, don't bother telling me.
So you are.
But I can't, I'm not saying that I think I'm as good at, but it's a nice thing to hear. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, you certainly are a mainstay of the Boston music scene. And tell me, who are the Glory Junkies?
Those are my good buddies who I play music with, and I miss them dearly. I was doing a lot of band gigs before we all had to go inside. And there's Lawrence Scudder on viola, Eric White on lead guitar, Jim Larkin on bass, Chris Anzalone on drums. And it's the first, over the last 5 years or so, we've been playing together, and it was, at that point, it was the first time I had like a band with consistent band members who were, where we had a band name and were a band, rather than like my songs with a band or with random, with different players or hired.
But there are certainly a wealth of great musicians in the Boston area.
There are, yeah.
I could name a few, but it'd take all day to name them.
Yeah.
Are some of those musicians on your new album, Bright Shining Stars?
Lawrence is on my new album. It's so that album is all acoustic. It's pretty much a solo acoustic album. Mm-hmm. And I happened to record it just before all this, which worked out because I have to play solo for the most part at this point. So that was I wanted to make just a bare bones acoustic record. And my friend Peter Parchek plays on a couple of tracks, and Lawrence plays on a couple of tracks, and Richard Rosenblatt plays harmonica on a track. So a little bit of help from friends just to for some enhancement. And
so was it done before the pandemic happened?
It was. I got lucky. It was done before, so I got to release it over the course of this year, and feel like I was doing a thing, even though you can't really do much right now.
Well, it's really interesting because the title track, Bright Shining Stars, has a line, I think, about living through tragedy and dark times.
Yeah, that's my
that's
my
sort of
husband
offering
wrote that song.
hope. That was so appropriate to this moment.
Yeah, my husband wrote that. And actually, the story behind going in and making this album was that a friend of ours was doing a secret tribute album for my husband's 50th birthday. And so he got the whole musical community together to cover one of his songs. So there's probably about 20 people who did Tom Bianchi songs. And I had to go in the studio and record mine, and I'm not a good liar. So it was a secret. So I had to say, I was like, I'm going in, I'm thinking about doing an acoustic record. I'm going to go in the studio and do a couple of tracks and see what happens. So I had to scramble and record some other songs in there, so I could be like, I'm getting started on an acoustic album. And then it happened. So it was originally based on a lie, and then it became an album. Well,
it became a beautiful album. There's so much stuff on it that covers a lot of the blues, but not entirely. And I think it covers you musically. So would you play for us on your radar?
Yeah. Thank you, John.
Danielle Miraglia.
Ground is white, sky is black. Nothing but ice on the subway track. Straight and narrow path got a big old crack. The ones who bought the halos want their money back. But I'm alright if you're alright. I'm alright if you're alright. I'm alright if you're alright. It's so dark I can see the light. Fridge is empty, cash is gone. There's a beggar in a high-rise with a three-piece on, and everybody's saying it won't be long, 'cause Santa's in drag and he's singing a song. But I'm alright if you're alright. I'm alright if you're alright. I'm alright if you're alright. It's so dark I can see the light. Just like a rocket, no money down. Here's the last bill in my pocket, let me buy a round. One big boat in the muddy ground. Nobody sleeps alone at rock bottom now. But I'm alright if you're alright. I'm alright if you're alright. I'm alright if you're alright. It's so dark I can see the light. I can see the light. I can see the light. 'Cause I'm alright if you're alright. I hope everybody's doing alright. Yeah, I'm alright 'cause I can see the light. Can you see the light? Can you see the light? Can you see a little bit softer now? Gonna get a little better now. Gonna get a little better now. Gonna get a little better now. A little bit softer now. Things are gonna get better now. A little bit softer now. All right. Well, I just want to, I gave myself reverb to talk. I'm supposed to do the opposite. I'm supposed to give myself reverb to sing and take it off when I talk. I just want to say it was really nice to get to sit here and listen to Kemp and Annette's sets. Those are absolutely beautiful sets. And I don't know, it's a weird world we're in right now. So doing this and connecting this way is important. And we're lucky enough to have this as an option. So hope everybody's doing well out there. All right, I'm going to sing another song. This is one that I recorded with the Glory Junkies a few years ago. It's the title track to the album called All My Heroes Are Ghosts. They smoothed out on the edges just when we need them most. Left a pile of dusty records. All my heroes are ghosts. 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 Little girl with a silver-haired soul couldn't wait for a future of rock and roll. When the time came, they'd all moved on. The drugs wore off, the dream was gone. They smoothed out all the edges just when we need them most. Left a pile of dusty records. All my heroes are ghosts. All my heroes are ghosts. The big lights are going out. The bird with the raspy voice flew south. Prince is dead, you can burn the he's the only one they'll ever make. They smooth out all the edges just when we need 'em most. Left a pile of dusty records. All my heroes are ghosts. 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 They smoothed out all the edges just when we need 'em most. Left a pile of dusty records. All my heroes are ghosts. 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 Grown woman with a child in her heart, reaching anywhere and everywhere to find that spark. It comes through in little waves in an old song before the station fades. All right. All right, I'm going to do one from the new record. This is the new album is Frankie, I will do Junk Drawers. I'll do that. Just for you. I will do that one. Absolutely. Thank you. What was I going to say? Oh, so I put this record out called Bright Shining Stars, and the title track is written by my husband, Tom Bianchi. There's a couple of originals on there, but there's a bunch of songs that I've been covering over the years live by heroes of mine. So this is one that I learned by way of Big Bill Brunzi, but there's a lot of different versions of this out there. Love you, baby. I ain't gonna lie. Without you, I can't be satisfied. When things go wrong, so wrong with you, it hurts me too. So run here, baby. Put your little hand in mine, 'cause I got something to tell you. I know that will change your mind. When things go wrong, so wrong with you, it hurts me too. Now when you go home, I know you don't get along. Just come back to me, baby, where I live, that's your home. When things go wrong, so wrong with you, it hurts me too. I love you, baby. treat you. Not for nothing in this world like you. When things go wrong, so wrong with you, it hurts me too. So now you know when things go wrong, it hurts me too. Let's see, what's next? I'm gonna do another song off of the album. It's a Bob Dylan tune. Because if you make an acoustic cover album, there's like a law that you have to put a Bob Dylan song in it. So I put 2 on there. Seen love go by my door. It's never been this close before. Never been so easy or so slow. I've been shooting in the dark too long. When something's not right, it's wrong. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Dragging clouds so high, but I've only known careless love. It always hit me from below. This time round it's more correct. Right on target, so direct. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Purple clover, queen and lace, crimson hair all down your face. You can make me cry if you don't know. I can't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling me with too much love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Flowers on the hillside blooming crazy. Crickets talking back and forth in rhyme. Blue river running slow and lazy. I could stay with you forever. Never realize the time. Situations in a sad. Relationships have all been bad. Might have been like Verlin and Rambo. But there's no way I could compare all those scenes to this affair. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing. Staying far behind without you. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm saying. You're gonna make me give myself a good talking to. Well, I look for you in Honolulu, San Francisco, Ashtabula. You're gonna have to leave me now, I know. But I'll see you in the sky above, the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. I'm gonna do another one from the Glory Junkies album. I heard Kemp say that he misses his band. I do too. I miss my band dearly. So if I had had my band with me right now, Eric White would be playing a line on his guitar that goes, it would go like that, just like that. And Lawrence Scudder would be harmonizing with it on his viola. It wouldn't sound like that. Something like that. Take some beats and drop them in. Build your tracks. Now you're a rock star in your head. Open your mouth and say some things and call them facts. Preach like gospel and watch it spread. And everything is true now. Grab whatever you can use. Throw it in a pile and make your own news. We imagined a monster and we made it real. I believe anything that I already feel. The sky is falling, and I don't think it's rain. We're marching right into the fox's mouth. The man who mutters to himself is sounding pretty sane. The call is coming from inside the house. And everything is true now. Grab whatever you can use. Throw it in a pile and make your own news. We imagined a monster and we made it real. I believe anything that I already feel. And if you tell me something I don't want to know, I got a stone in my hand all ready to throw. And everything is true now. Grab whatever you can use. Throw it in a pile and make your own news. Make your own news. Make your own news. Make your own. We imagined a monster and we made it real. We imagined a monster and we made it real. We imagined a monster and we made it real. All right. Well, Rob said 2 more songs after this one, and I don't know when he said that, but I just looked at that chat. So Rob, do you mean 2 more now? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, let's see. Let's do. All right. I don't know what I'm going to do. Where is my capo? See, the good thing about doing things from home is you just have everything right here, and then you can finish your set. You can reach your capo. You can reach everything that you need, and then you can go have a pork chop in the other room as soon as you're done. I can smell the pork chops from the other room. They smell so good. All right, but doing it from home also makes you say awkward things. Anyway. This is and I'm going to try to tune as I talk, which I've only been doing this for 20 years, but could take a month off, and I'm like, what? So I wrote this probably last April, maybe a month into this quarantine that we've been all doing. So here we are a year later. This was, I think Frankie Casper asked for this one. Anyway, I just hope everybody's doing well out there. This has been a tough week for our musical community. We lost a good friend, Hugh McGowan, this week. So I don't know. He was just a really good friend, and I'm not going to do one of his songs because I can't play one of his songs. His songs are really hard to play. He's an amazing songwriter and player. I guess my point is we're all kind of a little rougher for the wear after this year, but we're doing all right. But anyway, cheers to our good friend, and this is just for all of us, and for here's to coming back together, reassembling sooner than later. All right. Last couple years smashed down some of our lights and left jagged edges. Some old fears proven true in some plights. Ain't worth the wear on the ledges. When the world reassembles, some parts will be in junk drawers. Our lines will be deeper, and I'll still be yours. I'll still be yours. A simple shared meal is worth its weight in love. These walls, although tight, are a gift. We stare at the water, anticipating bubbles, awaiting the earth to shift. When the world reassembles, some parts will be in junk drawers. Our lines will be deeper, and I'll still be yours. I'll still be yours. I'll still be yours. The day's dark and heavy, we were mourning the light. I snapped at you, you snapped at me. Like dogs who've been beaten, we bite. Human touch is a luxury. Some have not. Some roam the hallways for air. My presumed grief could crush me, 'cause I know what I've got. Counting blessings like crosses to bear. When the world reassembles, some parts will be in junk drawers. Our lines will be deeper, and I'll still be yours. I'll still be yours. I'll still be yours. I'll still be yours. Well, thank you all so much. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to John for inviting me to do this. This was such a beautiful night. And thank you to Rob for doing an amazing job with the sound. I know Rob for many years. I miss coming down to Maryland and visiting and playing down there. I'm just going to do one more. I'm going to do a fun one. This is another song that I recorded on the new record. This is a Kemp tune. He's one of my faves. And sing along if you know it. I want to hear you from all the way over there. There's some people yelling outside my window, and I can hear it through my headphones. I hope you guys can hear it. I live in the city. All right. Well, my baby, he wrote me a letter. He didn't call me on the phone. 5 little words, that was all he wrote. He said, see you later, I'm gone. And he left no explanation about why he had to go. Well, I can't take a joke, but I can take a hint. He don't love me no more. When nobody loves you and you're feeling like dust on an empty shelf, remember, you can love yourself. Well, my mother says she loves me, but I know she could be driving too. Everybody's always criticizing everything that I do. I work 9 to 5, I do the best I can to try to please the boss. I bought a big old house, a brand new car, and then he laid me off. When nobody loves you and you're feeling like dust on an empty shelf, remember, you can love yourself. Shelf, remember, you can love yourself. Now every time I meet a man that I like to get to know, either I'm too small or he's too tall, or he's rich and I'm poor. So I called up my old friend Joe, asked him out on a little date. He said, I'm married now, I got 2 little kids. Where were you? You're just a little too late. When nobody loves you and you're feeling like dust on an empty shelf, remember, you can love yourself. All right, I want to hear everybody. When nobody loves you and you're feeling like dust on an empty shelf, remember, you can love yourself. I can hear you. One more time. When nobody loves you and you're feeling like dust on an empty shelf, remember, you can love yourself. You can hug yourself. You can kiss yourself. Maybe give yourself a little squeeze. You can love yourself. You can love yourself. You can love yourself. You can love yourself. Just shut the Zoom off first.
Well, great song choices,
Oh, thank
great
you.
guitar chops, and a
Thank
great
you,
voice.
John. Thank you so much.
You got the whole package, my dear. You're
Thank you.
irresistible. Danielle Miraglia. And the G is silent, but the fans aren't. And I know you can hear them, through the Ethernet, whatever. And, if you've been enjoying this whole night, don't hesitate to do the tip jar, paypal.me/onyourradar2020. All the proceeds go directly to the artists. And I remind you that Danielle's fine new album is Bright Shining Stars. And it certainly does shine.
Thank you so much, John. Thanks for having me. This was such a nice night. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really special. And I want to bring everybody in now for a little bit of a curtain call. One of the great things about doing On Your Radar through StreamYard is the green room. We all kibitz about who's doing this and who's doing that, and we end up with a mutual admiration society. I don't think that Annette has her headphones on, so she can't hear all the praise that I'm sending her way, but hopefully she'll get soon. And I know Kemp was sort of out in the audience, so to speak, watching on Facebook, and he wanted to connect with some of his fans. Here's Annette. Welcome. How are you doing? You're muted, I think. Yeah, there you go. It's the, yeah.
Excellent. Yes, that was wonderful. I really enjoyed the evening, and it was really beautiful work there. I want to come up to Boston.
I know. I was so wishing. I was singing harmony with you while you were playing earlier.
I thought it was the cats.
This song about the world on fire is it's such a beautiful tune. I was like, damn it, I wish we were doing this in person so I could just jump up and sing on this.
Yeah, well, we will do that. We will do that.
Yes. Yeah. Where are you?
I'm in Tacoma Park, Maryland, just
over
the DC
I love
line.
I love Maryland. I love coming down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it down there.
Yeah, so we've got that Boston to D.C. kind of tunnel vision there. And
Yeah.
here's the man, Kemp Harris.
Hey.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was so great to have all of you, and you all came through. And I'm hoping now that the fans on Facebook or YouTube will come through with some tips in the tip jar. Once again, paypal.me/onyourradar2020. And tell your friends that if they missed it tonight, they can get it in the archives at both Facebook and YouTube. And, like us on John Platt's On Your Radar or the YouTube subscription, because we're trying to grow all that much more. But we have to say a special thanks to the Houdini of StreamYard, Rob Hinkle, who managed to do some magic once again. There he is. Okay. He's shy, but he's a great presence. Also, of course, Gordon Nash, the social media maven, and we thank him for all that he does. And beyond that, I want to send out a couple of thank yous to Richard Coccaro of Acoustic Live NYC, which is back as a great, I call it the Bible of appearances in the New York area. And also we get some sponsorship from Laura Mogul of the Landmark on Main Street in Port Washington. So next month On Your Radar will be April 13th. So it's actually a 5-week interval from this week, which is fine because we got Easter and Passover and all that other stuff in between. So the bill will be Nefesh Mountain. I don't know whether you know them. They're a bluegrass band from New Jersey, believe it or not. And Annie Sumi, who's a wonderful singer-songwriter from Canada, who's moving down to Ithaca so she can live with Travis Knapp, who's a musician and herb grower from New York State. So they will be doing some sets together and apart. So that'll be,
Is that herb grower?
Yes. That's on his website. That's what he does.
You better make that part of the interview because I need to know more.
I promise. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks once again to Danielle, to Kemp, and to Annette, and to everybody out there. Good luck with the vaccines. Stay healthy and stay in touch.
Thank you.